and now, Jim, for our first scheduled match of the night here at Everything New is Bold Again, we have the visionary Vaughn Vertigo, one of the OGs, the OG of Barrie Wrestling, taking on somebody that we have never seen before, the Van City Vulture, Judas Icarus. He has been tearing up the independent scene across the Pacific Northwest, and Vaughn Vertigo specifically wanted this match. He wanted Judas Icarus.
Vaughn Vertigo is the ultimate competitor. He may be flashy, he may like to have fun, but ultimately he wants to challenge himself against the best in the business, and he personally requested this match. Barrie Wrestling delivered, and the fans are the winners. This is going to be something, Mike.
Icarus looking to make a name for himself here in Ontario as well, and Vertigo, he likes to bring this competition to Barrie, but he knows this is his ring and he needs to defend it. So as much as he might have requested it, as much as Icarus wanted it, they both need to walk out of here with a victory.
Absolutely, Mike. And with Icarus, you've got a bit more power than Vertigo. He is a distinctly strong individual with a good upper body. I think he's going to use his strength advantage early on against the Visionary.
Vertigo with the experience. And he's been adding more and more to his repertoire every time we see him, as he's traveled all over the world and is picking up tricks everywhere he goes. But a bit of a stalemate in the ring so far as both men fighting for wrist control. Vertigo grabs a side headlock. Nice counter by Icarus into a wrist lock, keeping Vertigo away from the ropes. Wrenching on the elbow and the forearm of Vertigo. See, Vaughn's got that left elbow bandaged up. I don't know of any injuries, but well, he actually, I apologize, because he did have the shoulder issue and he might not be 100% from that, so we can watch out for that. You see the elbow bandaged as well.
Why don't you check his tout to find out? Icarus, of course, is getting all kinds of buzz on the West Coast. He is an up-and-comer. This is the first time I've been able to see him in person, but he actually reminds me a bit of the legendary Rick Martel.
I can see that. That's a surprisingly good comparison. I mean, dated, but that's to be expected coming from you.
Surprisingly good?
And in the ring, meanwhile, Icarus with a side headlock on Vertigo. Vertigo looking to grab a leg to counter. Shoots Icarus into the ropes. And the drop down trip by Vaughn Vertigo. And then the basement drop kick.
Well, you said it earlier, Mike. Vaughn Vertigo is always learning and adapting. There's no better student of the game than the Visionary. Every opponent he faces, he learns from, and he gets better.
That knife edge chop.
Probably learned that from Tarek.
I was about to say, shades from one of our Match of the Year candidates from last year, Vaughn Vertigo and Tarek at our November show. And you can see the welt on the chest of Icarus. And Vertigo picking up moves mid-match there. The same thing Icarus did to him working on his shoulder. Vertigo just turnabout is fair play. Springboard off the bottom rope, shades of edge. I don't know if Vaughn Vertigo's ever wrestled edge, but great move from the Visionary. And going for the Vini, Icarus had that scouted. Vertigo grabs onto the top rope, able to counter the roll-up. Rolls out of the way of the diving forearm. Icarus with a counter. These guys going tit for tat. And a rake of the back. Oh, driving knee right into the spine of Vertigo. Stalling suplex from Judas Icarus. Forearm across the face, just a 2 count. Icarus grinding his forearm into the jaw of Vertigo on that pin.
That's where the strength advantage of Icarus is going to come into this match. He's going to be able to isolate body parts on Vertigo and really limit his repertoire.
Icarus gets Vertigo back to his feet. Vicious European uppercut. Vertigo holding onto the top rope for support right now. Icarus sends him in. Back elbow. That might have knocked some teeth loose on Vertigo. Into the cover, hooks the leg.
Yeah, Vertigo in all kinds of pain right now. And it may seem like a simple thing, you know, it doesn't take away your arms or your base, but if your mouth is messed up, it affects your thinking. It's so much harder to get focused on the match when your mouth is swollen, maybe there's a tooth gone.
Vertigo was counting the chiclets there, it looked like. That elbow caught him flush in the mouth. Icarus going for a suplex again. Vertigo counters. Standing switch from Judas Icarus. Vertigo counters the roll-up. Going for a Shining Wizard. Icarus blocks. Caught the leg. Great sweep from Icarus. Vertigo with a boot to the face. These guys going counter for counter. Nice takedown trip again from Icarus, trying to stomp the ankle. Icarus with the cartwheel, ducks the elbow, spine buster, just throwing Vaughn Vertigo's back of his head off the mat. And now look at him working over the ankle. You can see the left foot of Judas Icarus pinning the right leg of Vaughn Vertigo down so he can't roll out of it.
Yeah.
And is just torquing Vaughn Vertigo's foot on just a sick angle.
It's absolute textbook professional wrestling right here. I don't think he can get Vertigo to tap out right now, but he's going to take so much out of the Visionary. I don't know if he'll be able to come back.
Vertigo with a shot to the face to break the hold, but you can see he's limping, and then a kick to the back of the leg. Icarus into the cover, just a 1 count, targeting both of Vertigo's legs. You mentioned that Icarus has the strength advantage. Vertigo, if he did have the speed advantage, he might not anymore.
He doesn't anymore.
That was a straight boot to the mouth. Nothing pretty about that. Vertigo stumbling on the outside.
Yeah, he came down on the floor there, and immediately his ankle couldn't support his weight. Vertigo could be seriously hurt.
Icarus stalking around the ring, building up momentum, coming in, and a running boot. Watch out in the front row.
I understand Icarus is trying to compose himself a bit, play a bit of a mind game here, but he's got to focus. Vaughn Vertigo is a warrior. You give him time to recuperate, you're going to pay.
Referee Brad Myers imploring them to get back into the ring. A slap from Icarus. Vertigo gets under the bottom rope, beating the count of 10. Icarus follows him in. But Vertigo caught him. He's got a small package. Vaughn, the veteran there, savvy maneuver to try and pick up the win. Fisherman suplex into a bridge. Great bridge by Judas Icarus, and the kick out by Vaughn Vertigo.
What's going on here? Adjusting the kick pads.
Icarus with that interesting, I mean, he's not fully barefoot, but definitely more of a martial arts style with his footwear and the kick pads.
Well, it's a way of having the flexibility of almost bare feet, but also still protecting that vulnerable foot area.
Well, that boot right to the face, no protection on that one. Vertigo again in trouble. And then a driving knee to the back, sending Vertigo to the outside. Icarus up over the top of the plancha.
That is 4 vicious strikes to the back of Vaughn Vertigo. I don't know how Vertigo is going to be able to do any moves of consequence at this point.
Well, nice counters. He sends Icarus into the apron. Vaughn's tossed off the apron into a tornado DDT on the floor. And Vaughn up on top, might be looking for the Vonton. No, diving cross body, right into the cover.
Oh,
Icarus kicks out at the absolute last second.
this whole arena thought the match was over, including Vaughn Vertigo. I think Icarus is the only person who didn't think it was over.
That incredible, innovative tornado DDT on the outside, and then immediately into that huge diving crossbody by Vaughn Vertigo. But Icarus able to kick out, and this match continues. Vertigo might be looking for, I don't know if he's going for a Cobra Clutch or something, but countered by Icarus. The stomp.
Nelson.
And then a vicious chop from Icarus. Vertigo, we saw him counter with that same move earlier. This time Icarus was waiting for it, but Vertigo holding on for dear life with that top rope. Now Icarus might be looking for an Alabama slam here. Vertigo, he lost his grip. What is this? Oh! Alabama slam into the turnbuckle. Fireman's carry. Ushigoroshi from Judas Icarus.
That's got to be it.
Vertigo kicks out at 2.
And look at that, right back at it. I love seeing that.
And again a kick out off that running boot from Judas Icarus.
And again, he keeps going. This Icarus has got something.
Vaughn Vertigo is in trouble. Icarus calls himself the Van City Vulture, and I think he's looking to pick at the corpse of the Visionary right now. but he had to stop there to adjust his kick pad, and that might have cost him. It gave Vertigo that extra second to get to his feet, and that right hand just stopped Icarus's momentum.
There's no way Vertigo could pull this off, not with the abuse his back is taking.
Well, Icarus able to counter with some punches, and then a headbutt. Vertigo counters. What is this? A cutter off the top rope. Vertigo up on top. He's calling for it. Wonton bomb. He got all of it.
Nobody kicks out of the Wonton bomb.
Judas Icarus kicked out.
Nobody kicks out of that.
Vertigo got every ounce of that Wonton bomb.
I have never seen anyone in 8 years of Barrie Wrestling kick out of a Wonton bomb.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
And I still don't even know how Vertigo can stand the abuse that his back and his knees and ankle have taken in this match.
Vertigo finally up to his feet, and as you mentioned, Jim, his back's taken a lot of beating, and that Wonton bomb, I mean, the impact is all on his back. So maybe that's why he wasn't able to keep Icarus down, and maybe that'll play a factor in the rest of this match, as Vaughn, that might have been it for him.
And this crowd is in shock. The crowd has been so loud into this match, and they quieted down because they couldn't believe it.
Look at the veins popping out of the neck on Judas Icarus. This guy is not normal. And a series of chops and then a stomp, and he's holding Vertigo in place with his foot. And then a double chop.
The understanding that this Icarus has of his opponent. Oh.
Discus forearm from Vertigo after that boot. Icarus ducks the clothesline. Rebound lariat! The lighthouse lariat from Judas Icarus just took Vertigo's head off.
What is it going to take for someone to win this match? You talk about a war, Mike Jeffries.
This match has had more big hits than Oasis, and these two men keep getting back up. Vertigo telegraphed the elbow, but ducks the clothesline, half and half suplex, and Icarus pops right back up. Vertigo ducks another clothesline, a second one, Snapdragon suplex right on the back of Judas Icarus' head. Shining Wizard turned him inside out. And finally, Vaughn Vertigo is victorious. Diamond Jim, what a match we just saw.
Don't look back in anger, Judas Icarus, because you put in a heck of a performance, but the visionary Vaughn Vertigo has come out on top.